Hey guys, Tez here, and I've got a best class setups video here for you today. It's going to be my preferred setup using each of the guns in the game. I'm going to be showcasing a few little clips of me using the setups that I'm showing, as well as a little bit of a longer gameplay maybe in the future of the gun. I'm going to try and do this with all of the guns once I get them all in diamond, so I'm going to have all of the guns in gold. All of the guns will then be in diamond, and I'm going to get gameplays with each of them so you guys can enjoy the camouflages and hopefully some high scoring gameplays and some entertaining games. So basically the class that I'm going to be showing first of all, as you can see on screen, it's the Chicom CQB. You've got the suppressor, the fast mag and the adjustable stock on it. Using scavenger and toughness and tactical mask as my perks. Not running any perk 1 this time. I usually run ghost and hardline, but I thought that toughness might come in more useful, and obviously to use toughness I'm going to need perk 2 greed, so I got rid of ghost. Now my equipment there is a tactical insurgent, which I was only using because I was playing demolition, so feel free to change it out to whatever you prefer, and in a later screenshot of my class you will see that I'm running a Betty this time. So let's hop into some gameplay, show you some clips of me actually using the class that I'm showing, and I'll kind of explain to you why I believe it is the best class in my opinion to run. So let's hop into the first clip now. Okay, so in this clip it's kind of a little bit of a longer clip because this is where I go on a nice little streak. I think it's between the second half and the end of the game. So I'm going to kind of break down the reasons as to why I chose these specific attachments, and then probably move on to the perks maybe later in a couple clips time. But first off, I use the silencer on the Chicom because I feel that I'm trying to put more bullets into people, or trying to spray more people down, taking longer to actually kill them using this burst fire SMG. And because of that, because of my playstyle where I rush around a lot, I want to stay off the mini-map, because if I'm not, I'm kind of on there for extended periods of time, whereas with, say, the PDW, I would probably be able to take him out a lot quicker, so my red dot on that minimap wouldn't be there for as long. So that's why I'm using the silencer. The stock is my favorite attachment by far. It's definitely a lot easier to get kills using the stock, because you're able to strafe a lot easier and a lot quicker. You can kind of duck in and out of cover with pretty much ease. You don't need to worry about people hitting you whilst you're trying to move behind something. Because you've got that stock, you move that little bit faster and you can get away and actually get behind the cover. The final attachment that I'm using on this class is the fast mags, as I showed in the little screenshot that I did of my class. Now in these first two clips, this clip here and the next one that I'll be showing, which is going to be capture the flag game, the fast mag literally goes into a class of its own. It saves me quite a few times, and you really don't see me reloading for that long. You see me reloading quite a lot, but it's always done within a split second, and I can get a full mag of bullets straight back in my gun and I can start shooting at the next guy. And because of this, I'd rather choose this over extended mags, because extended mags only gives you a small increase in the amount of bullets in your gun. I think it's something around 25-30%, but I don't know for sure. So fast mags is always my preferred option, because you can pretty much just change your mag instantly, and then you've got another 36 bullets, I think it is in this gun. Yeah, it's 36 just there. So it's a lot easier to go on extended kill streaks, whereas with extended mags, after about 10 bullets you'd be stuck, you'd have run out again, and you'd still need to reload, and it would take quite a while to do so. Now with my perk setup on this class, as you saw in the beginning, I was using the perk 2 wildcard. Now that takes up a slot in your pick 10 class, so obviously I'd already used one, and I was using toughness and then scavenger, so that was 1, 2 and 3 all used up straight away, which means I couldn't have a perk 1, which I was fine about. Using this class, I found that these 3 perks that I was using, tac mask, scavenger and toughness, were kind of going hand in hand and working well. Now the scavenger is because I always like to run Betty. As you can see, I'm using it right now. I'm not sure if I actually throw it down on the floor, but it's always really nice to be able to throw it down, run over a scav pack and get a second Betty, throw that down, and then you've got 2 spots that are covered on the map, so that when you hear one go off, you know that somebody's near one of your Bettys. Now if it doesn't get the kill, that's alright, because it still slows them down. So here is my second class setup for this gun. This time, instead of using the fast mags attachment, I've swapped it out for the select fire one. Now this is because in close range, a burst fire SMG isn't really the best option, so obviously swapping it out for one that you can actually use in fully automatic is going to be a lot more beneficial for you rather than having to stick with that semi-auto one. So we're going to play a couple of clips now where I'm using this select fire option, and hopefully these clips will portray the use of the select fire and how it actually comes in useful in certain situations. Okay, so now I'm using the select fire attachment. Obviously it's in burst mode at the moment because I'm kind of close to that spawn. I'm going to be encountering a lot of people right in front of me, and that was true for this guy here. Now because I'm not using fast mags, I didn't want to reload because it was going to take so much longer, and because I didn't reload, I didn't manage to get this triple spray, so I had to pull out my knife, which is another downside to using primary gunfighter. And a wildcard for perks is that there's not really enough slots for a pistol or a secondary if you want to carry a Betty. Now using the select fire attachment, it allows me to choose between burst and full auto, which I'm probably sure that I've said plenty of times, but the reason I'm going over this again is because it allows me to change up the routes that I run on the map. Because I can use the select fire, I can run around the edges. Because I can use fully auto, I can run straight up in the middle and get into their spawn. And this situation here, select fire, switching to that burst would have been a lot more beneficial to me. Now this is the final clip in this video on the Chicom and my personal preferences on what would be the best class possible to use, and I'm going to pretty much just let the gameplay speak for itself, where the fully auto functionality comes in very useful. And I'm going to ask you guys to leave me a like, because I actually worked pretty hard on this video. My computer crashed once, so I had to start all over again, which is quite unfortunate, but that's not to worry because I did have the audio saved, so that was always a bonus. Added to the fact that I'm not actually that good at editing, like I said, I thought this was probably one of my better videos that I've ever made. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Please leave me a like, let me know what you thought, and if you kind of were interested in finding out what my class setups are going to be for other guns in the game, then do subscribe because I will be bringing those out shortly. If for some reason you guys have managed to miss my last video, which was my Prestige Master stats video, it's going to be an annotation on the screen now which will take you there. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you will enjoy that video if you haven't already seen it. And that's pretty much it, guys, so take it easy.